And let me just go to the correct... Okay, reactive is also working. Thank God.
Oh, we live?
Yeah.
Yay! We're back!
Well, let's see what kind of abomination you made.
Oh, what the?
Okay, Dead Dragon is on a couple of lists. Anyways. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks. It is...
Your dragon horns just look like your hair.
It's my child. The scamper genes are somehow working. And I don't apologize for that. This one is on you. Anyways. Whose turn is it to do the intro? Was it yours or mine?
It's yours. I did it last week.
Ah, in that case. Welcome everyone. It is a Sunday where we talk about stupid shit. To elaborate, welcome to Waifu, Safari Edition. The talk show where we talk about monster girls on all shapes, sizes, and indications. Today's subjects are Satyrs and Foxgirls. I am Scamper Blaze, and the dude to the left of me, who's doing unspeakable things in the bushes, is Blackout.
Hello! And don't pretend you're not either.
I know. I'm not gonna deny that.
We're in for some work today. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
Yeah. Even though we're gonna be talking about one of the big races of Beast Girls, Foxgirls or Kitsune, it is surprisingly hard to find good images.
Yep. And even less with satyrs. Jesus. I looked so long. Barely anything in any pop culture or media. But be sure to catch our last episode where we talked about cowgirls or miniatures and catgirls, where we found out that they were British.
Hello there, Governor.
If you want an explanation, go watch it.
If you don't want explanation, still watch it and suffer.
Yeah, we had a special guest on Lava last week. We were going to have a guest this week as well, but they weren't able to make it, unfortunately.
And I have the feeling, and I have the feeling that if I didn't ask them, we were still going to be waiting for them, because they do tend to have that habit of not notifying me unless asked.
Well, yeah. And yeah, again, like you said before, this week's episode, Satyrs and Kitsune or Foxgirls. Well, yeah, this is...
So, I feel like I should be blatant before we start about the two things.
Yeah, go ahead. There's
the first one. Blackout is definitely biased towards Foxgirls, while I am going to be biased towards Satyrs.
I don't really have anything against Satyrs, since there's nothing to be against, apparently.
True, but you know what I mean. You definitely favor Kitsune just in general.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying, though.
Yeah.
Top number 2 on my list.
Fair enough. I'm going to say that Satyrs are definitely in my top 3.
Number 2, but they're still a 10 for me on my waifu rating. But they're number 2.
Okay, that actually was something I forgot to ask before we started. Your general and waifu rating to start with.
Well, usually we don't do that till the end of these episodes. Now is the thing. So, I guess you won't find out till then.
Also fair. Also, good evening, Achilles.
All right, let's start with, honestly, our least popular of the two, the Satyrs.
I hate to admit that is accurate. Huh. So, honestly, biology-wise, I think not a lot will change compared to the Minotaurs. They are just going to be more nimble and dexterous.
If our cowgirls are strength, these are going to be our dex.
/ constitution.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get into that. Yeah. Well, we have our basic biology that we've done about a month ago, so we probably need to do a refresh on that, shall we?
Alright. So when we're talking about Beast Girls, we actually used satyrs as a baseline. Fur-covered legs up till hip and potentially above. Animal ears, potentially above or on the side. No human ears at all. And then there's the additional things depending on the species. Like some have longer tails, some have different ears, some have horns like today.
Yeah, we do case-by-case basis with our biology, and I think we'll have to do a little bit here. Because, yeah, ghosts.
Meh.
Alright, I got a few things on my biology list to take off if you want to get into it.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, the infamous black hole stomach. Can our satyrs eat anything and everything if they wanted?
I'm just gonna say, considering they have part human, I'm gonna say definitely yes.
Are they part Roomba, is my question.
Same answer, yes.
How would that really affect their diet if they, like, would eat a tin can?
I'm just gonna compare them to college students and,
I think the satyr is going to be one of our true omnivores.
yeah,
is
like,
the thing.
they might not be able to digest it, but that doesn't stop them.
Yeah, we've argued that, yeah, this typical herbivore could eat meat, or this typical carnivore will eat veggies if they need to. No, these are true omnivores.
Yeah, they just
Okay,
don't give a fuck when it comes to eating.
so probably like some enhanced stomach acid or something for digestion, I would imagine, within their body.
You know, let's actually start with strengthening their jaws, just because you mentioned
yeah.
tin cans.
Yeah, to eat metal.
Yeah, like, I could definitely... I'm not sure they are able to digest it, but I'm definitely saying they could eat it.
Well, I would imagine that if they are able to eat it, they're able to digest it in some cases.
I'm gonna use owls as an example where that is not the case.
So our satyrs are binging and purging. That is bad, my man. I probably said something wrong right there, and I apologize immediately for that. If anyone's triggered by that, I am sorry. I know those are disorders out there. I am sorry.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna use owls as a reference. When they eat mice, they don't digest the hair and bones and spit those out, but they do digest the organs and the meat.
What are you getting out of a tin can?
Depends what's in the tin can.
Tin!
In that case, stress relief, just to chew. I never said they would do it out of nutrition. I'm just saying they are able to eat it.
Do you think a goat eats tin can for nutrition?
No! That is my point. Also, a different example, Jay eating chicken bones out of spite.
I mean, humans can just eat chicken bones. Bones is really good.
Well, the marrow is, specifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Something else that biologically I am curious about when it comes to goat girls.
Uh-huh.
A goat's sense of balance. Like, you've seen goats just lean against almost a vertical wall.
Yeah, but those aren't true vertical walls. They're able to...
Yeah, bare...
Like,
almost
it's
vertical.
like 89 degrees slope. It's like jump.
Yeah, do
Or
you
what's
think
that one like short comic of like that humanoid goat that's like, ha, you can't catch me up here, and it's like this frog bandit, and he just starts walking up the wall because it's true vertical.
Yeah, I honestly think that because of a humanoid body frame, they would have a less amount of balance because, of course, we had to decide to become bipedal.
I mean, I can see a case against it because they now have access to hands to hold on to stuff.
Also fair. but we do have two
I don't-
completely.
I think they can climb a steeper slope than a normal human can. I would say on
Yes, I can agree with that.
that. Not like what's like the angle? It's like you got like the perfect 90, and then it's like and they're going. I think it's like around 100 degrees. They can start walking up that bitch. So ours would be.
Actually, now that I think about it, considering how humans climb, they could actually just rock climb. I think that because of the hooves, honestly, they would have less gripping area with the legs. Now that I think about it.
I mean, they're really good rock climbers. I think we're just going.
Yeah,
to
we're definitely gonna be good rock climbers, but I'm not sure which of the two halves would kind of be a what's the word? Demerits? No, maybe.
Dominant.
Yeah, which one would be actually lessening the impact, and which one would be increasing the impact? Like, I can see arguments for both sides, both helping and hindering their ability to climb.
They would probably have some sort of mixed climbing version. They've adapted over time, is the thing.
Yeah, that does sound about right.
It's probably, again, a mix of the two. In this case.
Okay, so there's actually a question I'm gonna ask. Do you think our goat girls would be more based around domesticated goats or wild mountain goats? Because that would change a couple things in their biology.
I would have to say mountain goats, because when I think of domesticated goats, all I can think of are the fainting goats. And that cannot be good for a person to continuously fainting.
And now you have insulted people who have.
I'm just saying it's not good for them. I'm not saying it's bad or anything.
No. Some people just have issues like.
I know. I just say it can't be good.
Epilepsy. That was the condition I was trying to think of.
Epilepsy or just seizures in general.
Yeah.
Or literally just fainting. That is something people.
Yeah. But biologically, if we're talking about they're more based around wild mountain goats, then on average their secondary organs would be a little lesser, meaning smaller breasts, less wide hips.
Probably stronger lungs.
That is.
For high altitude.
I could definitely see them having stronger lungs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think that we have a lot to talk about when it comes to goat biology. Probably some things will pop up later, but for now...
The rectangle pupils.
Yeah.
Yay or nay?
I'm gonna say yay.
I don't hate them, so I'm going to stay with yay as well.
Yeah, because they do actually kind of widen your dynamic vision, so it has a small benefit.
Satyrs have bullet time. Quick time events, let's go!
That would actually be kind of funny. Okay, so before we start going culturally, are we gonna go with because satyrs I can see like 3 types of origin stories for, and that would also determine how we talk about them culturally. Are we gonna refer to them how they were seen like nature spirits? Basically the more European origin story. Are we gonna put them in like the Himalayas, where there's lots of mountains? And the third one, or are we just gonna have them like being beast girls, so basically humanoids with animal traits, and see how it goes from there?
I'm not sure. I really feel like that's something we'll stumble into, honestly, after our talks. Usually what happens. we somehow stumble into answers, and somehow they're stupid.
And
But
somehow
they
they work.
Yeah. Oh, I had a thing. Horns.
Yes.
Like, are we keeping one style, a variety of styles, or
Well,
'cause you got the straight, you got the curved, you got
okay.
the small, you got the big. Like,
Okay,
are we
so
doing like averaging it out, or are we doing it like it's like a person's hair in the case?
I think it's more based on where they grew up, because if we look at African goats, those horns tend to be more massive. If we look at European-based goats, then it's more of the kind of devilish horns that people are used to. And if you go a little further to the east, they tend to be slightly bigger, bulkier, and tend to go for the more curly thing, even though the curly horns are more for sheep.
Yeah, but you still have them. But you get what I mean, though. Like,
Yeah,
what kind of style of horns are we working with here? Because that can have a cultural influence too.
okay, so what I would imagine is they're the more frontal curved ones.
Frontal curved.
A little bit, yeah.
Not back curve, front curve.
Okay, what do you actually see?
I'm feeling more towards the top, straight up.
Okay, like, and how
That's what I'm feeling.
big would your horns be?
Let me Google Sensei the measurement real quick, because I know your Europeans need to be converted over there.
You can also just use like a example.
1 foot or around 30 centimeters.
Ah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, but not like outrageously big though.
And would you go for the more thinner ones or more of the can't wrap your hands around them girthy ones?
I feel like it's kind of like girthy at the bottom, then it comes up to the sharp tip, honestly.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
That way they can also be used in self-defense, if need be.
Yeah.
Because the spear is the king of the battlefield. You got 2 on your head now.
Wait, you know what? Let's actually go with function. Are the horns more used to gore people or to just bash people with?
I think that's a mix, and culture-wise, it would have been, like, again, they're weapons. You can be gored with them. But when not in times of war, they could definitely be decorated and such, with rings and...
Oh yeah,
jewelry and such.
decorating things are definitely something that culturally could make sense. I'm just talking still about the shape and such. Okay, yeah, I'm honestly okay with like basing them depending on where they are, that they would have different horn styles, like how different people just have naturally different hairstyles.
Sure. It wasn't a big issue, just something I had to bring up because that's a feature of a satyr. Alright. Yeah, I don't think there's much. Small goat tail, goat legs with the cloven hooves.
Yep.
See. No, I really can't think of any other major things to talk about.
Oh,
I
wait.
think we hit them all.
I actually do have something.
What do you got?
How would they, like, realistically speaking, move around? Because goats don't just do, like, left foot,
Hippity
right
hops.
foot, left foot, right foot.
Yeah.
So, how do you think a satyr's basic movement would be like? Because I'm thinking, like, something akin to skipping.
The funny thing is, we're sharing the same brain cell right now. 'Cause I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah.
We frolic around here, boy.
Yeah, okay, so what type of skipping are you thinking? Because I'm just thinking like landing on the less dominant foot, then the actual dominant foot lands, and then they just kind of use that to. No, okay, actually, let me rephrase. The less dominant foot to.
No, what? I gotta stand up for this. I have not skipped, and I'm gonna have to skip for this.
Yeah, so.
You skip too, motherfucker.
I am. So, what I'm imagining is they use their least dominant leg, in my case left, to catch the impact and then use their dominant leg to basically propel, aka do a little hop. So, for me it would be like left, right, and then just...
It's okay, if I can imagine, it's like land, jump off with that one leg, up, come forward with the other leg, land on that, jump off with the one leg, land, and it's just a repeat. 1 foot jump up, the second foot jump. It's only 1 foot on the ground usually, kind of skipping. If you can imagine that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other ways of skipping there are. I don't frolic in my free time.
Really? You seem like a frolicking dude.
No. I don't know what impression gave that off, but no.
Okay, so... Yeah, I think biologically speaking that... Okay, so... Let's just go to height. Since they are basically dex-based minotaurs. On average, I would assume they are definitely more slender than your average human. And...
Definitely a small frame. Talking here.
Yeah.
Averaging probably 5 feet at most. I'm gonna be honest here.
I'm gonna... Wait, are we counting horns to that height?
No.
Fair. I'm gonna actually give them a little bit more leeway and go to 5'5". Like, that is still a big amount shorter than your average person.
I think the average height's like 5'7", my man.
Wait, it is?
Worldwide, I think the worldwide average height is like 5'7".
Man, your average is small.
Let me double check. Google Sensei.
Yeah, because the average is definitely higher in Europe.
5'9", 5'7".
Huh.
Somewhere around there. That's the worldwide.
Okay, fair enough. There are some short countries lowering the average.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying, like 5 foot.
Okay, I'm willing to accept a 5 foot average.
I mean, the horns make them look bigger. You're giving them another foot the whole tier. So,
yeah, okay.
6 feet with horn. That's their Tinder profile.
Honestly, I do think that depending on the type of horn, you could actually see it as overcompensating, making you look even smaller.
Hold on.
What are you looking up? Like out, what you doing?
Sorry, someone came in and talked to me.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, I didn't catch your last sentence. What was that?
I actually think that depending on the type of horns they have, they might actually seem like they're overcompensating and seem even smaller.
Oh, that's just an ego thing.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, thinking about it... yeah, no, I'll address this point later, once we start talking about culture.
Do we have anything else in the biology section?
Yeah, you know what?
I hit my check marks.
I actually...
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Wait. Goat milk.
That was kind of what I was gonna go towards. Mostly because I do think that, honestly, compared to all the other things, well, other races that we've talked about, I do think that satyrs will have the most variety when it comes to bust size. Like, most of most of the groups we talked about have like a ballpark with, and then we always say exceptions do exist, but I do think that's on average satyrs would have the highest variety.
I imagine them having the lowest variety, honestly.
Okay, how so?
Well, it really, I think this is also kind of a culture thing. It's really like dependent on where they live. They have to maintain a certain lifestyle, would be the thing.
Yeah.
If you live up in the mountains and you're exercising every day just to go home, would you like to walk a mountain just away when you come home from work? Oh, you're done with work. Here's a 2-hour hike. Go home.
Depending on what the view is like.
Every day.
I mean, mountain goats do tend to be a little bit more bulkier compared to the light goats.
But I just think it's like a kind of like a lifestyle kind of thing, though. Like having to maintain a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, so considering there are goats with different lifestyles, that would definitely have a big variety. Like, I'm definitely gonna say the ones in the mountain might have more fat stored there to deal with the colds. While the ones that live in like low areas, grasslands, they mostly have to like savanna builds. They definitely would be more on the more petite frame, because those are runners.
Okay, sure.
And then there's of course the, considering I made it my quote, then there's the milk producers.
I mean, during pregnancy, they're going to produce it regardless. So.
That is true.
I ain't afraid no goat milk, though.
Hmm?
I said I ain't afraid no goat milk, though.
Okay, getting goat milk for you for you as the invader.
Ever had a goat milk cheese pizza?
Not a pizza. I did have like grilled goat's cheese before.
It was this one place when I was deployed over in Europe. I was near Transylvania. There's this one place they had delivered out there that had this goat milk cheese pizza. It was so amazing. A lot of people didn't like it, but I love that shit.
Yeah, goat milk is an acquired taste. I am definitely
like I didn't know it was goat milk till like a day after when they told us like, that was goat milk cheese. Oh, glad I didn't ask.
Yeah, because you would be biased towards it, against it, wouldn't
That's
you?
the thing I've learned on my travels.
Yeah.
The only thing I ask for is its name. That is the only thing I will ever ask for about a foreign dish. You don't tell me what's in it, and I will not ask. I will just come eat it.
I mean, it is nice to know afterwards, but yeah, I definitely agree that...
not afterwards, because then you're like, ugh, half the time.
You know,
You
fair
don't
enough.
ask what's in it. You just ask the name, you think, and you eat it. That's all you ask about it.
You know what? Fair enough. Ignorance can be bliss.
It is. Because there are some weird dishes out there.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had alligator before?
Actually, yes. And depending on where you get it, which bit you get, it can be very good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you get it near, like, the jaw, the jelly rolls.
Okay. Possum.
No. Have you had ostrich or kangaroo before?
I've had ostrich.
Yeah, not my favorite, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it was not really great. A lot of lean meat out there. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm not the... I guess it's kind of obvious that I like fatty meats, but that's probably everybody, honestly.
Oh, yeah. But
It's interesting to taste them, though.
yeah, okay. Back to goats.
Tangents are our thing here.
So, yeah, to kind of circle back to what we were talking about, I do think that compared to other races, goat girls and specifically satyrs would definitely have the highest variety when it comes to bust size.
Sure, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, where do you think we predominantly would have them? Because I think they are definitely two good contenders.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's really if we want, like, to put it in layman's terms, mountain goat or farm goat.
I was gonna say field goat, because
Same thing, and you know it.
yesn't. Because I would not count a gazelle as a farm goat.
Sure, fields and mountains.
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah, so basically just high and low.
valley or mountain. Let's go.
Alright, okay.
Let's go.
Mountain goats, I'm definitely gonna put in Asia around the Himalayas, or potentially, I feel the Rocky Mountains do have a lot of mountain goats, correct?
I am not 100% sure. You know what? Google Sensei, what is the origin of the goats?
The greatest of all time.
Ovidae families. Some answers, these goats originated from the alpine regions of Asia and the Mediterranean during the late Miocene, 11 million years ago.
So, the Asian bits of the Alps?
The Alps.
I'm
Or
okay
the
with
Mediterranean.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, same. That's their origins. I don't think we really have like mountains Asia monster, do we?
Our Chimera.
That's more like Canada, wasn't it? We put them in like Northern American snowy area.
I definitely think we
Canada.
put it. I really thought we put those in the mountains.
No, we put them in Canada.
Ah.
Canadian mountains.
All right.
Because we didn't have anything. Because we didn't have anything there. And you were like, I really want a northern area. I was like, Canada.
You know, they're acceptable. Yep. I'm okay with making them Alps or Himalayan.
Yep.
For the
I'd say
mountains.
no fight here. Just no fight here for that.
Yeah. Okay, so for mountain goats culturally, there's just one style that I really would like on them.
And that is?
Kind of like Germanic, like Oktoberfest type of shepherd clothing.
Lederhosen.
Yeah, lederhosen. And also just those dresses.
I mean, I don't think there'll be much of a dress culture in the mountain. They're like, I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm just saying it's not much.
I mean, considering they're satyrs with their hulls, I do think they actually would have a decent dress culture.
Sure.
Because it
I'm
is.
trying to see if I have any skin in that fight, and I'm not really seeing any. It's like, is this worth the fight? Nah.
Not really, because honestly, a good dress like that is pretty useful to also carry stuff around in.
Because everything. What do you mean dresses don't have pockets? The infamous no pockets.
But style-wise, I would go for one of those.
You're looking for like, your Dutch clothing over there?
No, not for Dutch clothing. More like Austria.
Oh, okay. Sure, yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind that. Though I will say this is probably where we're going to find the sharper horn variants of our satyrs. They had to fight off the natural enemy of the harpies who throw them off the mountains.
Yeah.
The golden harpies.
Oh, I had my Streamlabs closed, so I didn't see your message, Achilles. He apparently hates goat milk, but his dad loves it.
Yeah.
One second, let me actually check a mountain goat if they have more pointy horns or... Yeah, they have pretty pointy horns. They are more the forward curved ones that I was talking about.
I'm just saying these are more for self-defense against the golden harpies.
Yeah.
And their weakness, gravity.
Sorry,
I mean, what's going to stop the bird more than just landing at 2 spears coming right at you?
Just throws a rock. Hiya!
So I really think this is where we're going to have a monster girl rivalry with harpies. Like the wild harpies in our satyr girls.
Yeah.
Pretty rare that we have one of these, I'm going to be honest. We haven't really talked about that in a long time. A rivalry.
It has been a while since we talked about... Well... Actually, harpies have two rivals so far. Lamias and satyrs.
I think we only did Lamias because that was like the only option we really had back then. It was pretty new.
Yeah, and then we really... and then we kind of dropped the subject.
I'm ready to dismiss that. Yeah. I wasn't really in that, so I kind of wanted to drop Lamias for satyrs. For an actual rival in this case.
You know, yeah, acceptable. Considering now that I think about it, Lamias do not really go to harpy territory.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
And being in the mountains, they would definitely meet often. Here is the thing, so...
Yeah.
So, for her, to modify our first official rivalry, I'm replacing Lamias with our mountain goat girls.
I shall accept this, this retcon in our lore. God. Okay.
Lord.
All right. Okay. Achilles is saying they're having internet issues. Anyways. Okay.
We're here for the vibe.
Yeah. So, just in the case we have someone in chat who doesn't know what type of Austrian clothing I'm talking about, if you happen to be a Monster Hunter fan, just think of Burma, the starting town of Generations. I know that's going to be kind of a stretch, but just in case.
You're really reaching this episode for some stuff, aren't you?
Look, there's not a lot about Satyr, so I might as well go as niche as I can.
Sure. Again, not being a lot, I don't have a lot of skin in this game to fight for, I'm being honest with you here.
Which is understandable. Like, I definitely understand that satyrs are just a niche concept, but I just like them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I literally have nothing against them, but I have really nothing for them either.
Like I said, totally understandable. Alright.
Alright, culture segments, shall we?
Yeah, shall we... We're still focusing on the mountain one, right?
A little bit, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so since satyrs in well, in mythology tend to be like great artisans, I do think that they definitely would have skills with certain tools and have a good musical culture. Mostly like blowed instruments like flutes, drums, potentially.
That's the obvious one, but I'm going to throw a curveball at you. Stone sculptures. Sculptus.
I'm gonna hear you out before I make my judgment here.
They would have plenty of material up in the mountains, for one. Kind of obvious. You got the stone everywhere. Plus, you can be very artistic with like stone carvings, everything. We have a bunch of history to prove that itself.
Okay, well, I do agree that they would definitely be more stone-based. I actually don't think it would be stone carving like sculptures. I think it's more like detail works, like making things with things like beads and accessories. Because there's gonna be a lot of nice rivers there.
But we're talking about the mountain ones, though. You're only get like 1 or 2 rivers, honestly.
Say that.
I'm just saying though, is like I don't think they're gonna get much out of the rivers themselves.
Wait, you know what? Now that I think about it, because
I'm just looking at this from like an artistic viewpoint. Like they have this great medium, and I'm not saying they don't have to be sculptures. I'm saying like it's a rock medium that they can use just sculpting like patterns and such, like in like ornate temples and such.
oh, so you're basically saying they would use like the cliffside to carve stuff out of.
You know, like what's an easy example? An Aztec temple, where they would like carve into the rock and stuff.
Oh yeah, they would just okay, so
Like trims and decor and all that.
yeah, okay, okay, so they would be okay, I see what you're talking about.
I'm not saying they have to go full blown sculpture. I mean, they can. It'd probably be easier.
Yeah,
to
but
do
you're
it,
just saying carving stuff out of like a cliff wall to make like a nice pattern, or
yeah.
you know what? Yeah, the more I think about it, the more that kind of makes sense for the mountain ones. Huh.
Like give them a more definite meaning, because that music one is like, I can't really see that much. Like they'll have musical, but it wouldn't be their main thing.
Yeah, I can accept it. I'm just saying that compared to other races, they're definitely more creative. Like,
Well, there's not much up there in the mountains.
yeah, I'm just gonna say they're a lot more like culturally crafted than practically crafters.
Sure.
Okay, so what type of weapons do you think they would use, if any at all?
Spears.
I actually have something else in mind.
Fuck it, tridents.
I was gonna say rock slings.
That's so easy though.
First of all, that it is actually quite hard to master. Two, they don't have to carry
I meant
around.
as an easy choice.
Yeah, but think about it. With rock slings, they don't have to carry around a big ass spear up and down the mountain. That would definitely get in the way of climbing.
If anything, a spear would be very helpful, I think. And hiking.
Hiking, yes. Climbing, no. Like how?
It's a stick, my man! How is that hard to carry half the time?
Sheer length.
You can just strap it to your back and you'll be fine.
How long are? When you say spear, how long are you thinking?
I'm not thinking short spear.
Not, or you are?
Well, we can do short spear. I think that would be easier. Just manage.
Okay, so how?
Plus, you can use it to stick into holdings and such.
Okay, so when you say short spear, you mean like about the length of your leg?
For your European conversion, about a meter at most.
Oh. Okay, sorry. When I hear the word spear, I think about long.
No, those are like the 5-7 foot ones that are like almost 2 meters.
Yeah, that is what I
those.
think about when I hear the word spear.
Short spear. Short spear.
Oh, okay, okay.
The smaller version, about half the length of one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, then I can see short spear a lot more.
If they start to fall, they can jam it into the mountainside and hold on to it. Action movie style.
So basically, a cane pick. Like
Yeah, they can actually. It can assist in climbing in certain cases.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it would be more of a pick weapon in that case, because that way you can also use it to actually assist with climbing instead of just spear.
I mean that it would also fend off harpies. You could throw it pretty easily too at them.
Which is why I went with the rock sling.
That could be an easy range weapon. I'm just saying something like they can hold in their hands though. If they were having action as weapon, I would just say short spear.
You know what? I'll accept this. I kind of want to make it like more of a pick, though. Like, I don't really see a goat girl going for like stabbing motions, more for swinging.
What's that?
The cudgel?
It's no. Egyptian sword. It's like a hook.
Scimitar? No. Khopesh!
Khopesh!
Ooh, yes, I do like a Khopesh. It might not really make a lot of sense for mountaineering, more for the field ones, but it would.
It could be a modified one, if anything.
Ooh. It could also be like a sickle.
Sickle Khopesh, one of those.
Yeah.
You get where I'm going though. The curved sword.
Yeah, you know that would be kind of dope. They would have, considering they do already kind of have spears on their heads.
I'm down with the sickness. You are.
Yeah, I can definitely get. I'm definitely can vibe with giving them curved swords, sickles.
Maybe just a plain old hook.
Or just actual dual wielding climbing picks. Wow.
War picks are a thing.
Yeah. Okay, so talk about, since we kind of gave them weapons, how high does a goat actually? How high is a goat actually able to jump? I don't know that.
Coco Sensei.
Fair enough.
Mountain goats can jump up to 12 feet in one bound.
Oh damn!
Yeah. About twice our height.
I do know that humans are also able to, with practice,
So
jump high. So
adding in the human factor, we'll say 10 feet.
okay, considering how, if I'm looking at like the human Olympics, I do think they would excel more at, compared to normal goats. I think satyrs would excel more at long jumps compared to high jumps.
I mean, I guess, but no, I imagine they would be good at high jumping, though.
Actually, wait, yeah, I got them confused.
I don't know how you get that confused. It's literally the name, high and long.
It's like getting left and right confused from time to time, okay?
No comment. Continuing on. How high are we jumping? From ground to tip of toe, how high?
Okay, from ground, from tip of toe. I'm definitely gonna say they can easily jump over their own height. So.
Yeah, that's easy, 5 feet.
I'm gonna say a minimum of someone who's in decent shape. I'm gonna say easy 7 feet.
7-8 feet sounds good average.
No, yeah, you know, I'm okay with going for 8 feet because that does sound kind of dope.
They had the spears; those could be vaulting poles as well.
Okay, that one I'm kind of biased towards, but more for the field ones, because Veeljeppe is actually like a northern sport in the Netherlands, which basically just means creek jumping.
Fair. Okay, yeah. We talked a lot about the mountains. What about our plains goats here? Because we're a little running out of time on our goat section here.
Alright, so goat ones. Mostly because of where the satyr myth originates from, I kind of want to go for, like, also Mediterranean, but more the plains, like Greek, Italy. Because they're...
Mediterranean. Mediterranean.
Yes. Like, I'm definitely okay with that, because there's, like, Pan from Myth, who is, you know, now that I think about it, certain myths about satyrs are not that flattering.
No, they're not. That's why I've been avoiding them.
Yeah, because something we did not speak about, which is mostly going to be the case for field ones. Let's just say satyrs are known to be very hedonistic.
Yeah. Yep. That's a bullet I'm not loading in again.
Not today. Anyways, well, I do think that
There's plenty of religious stuff tied to goats that I do not want to get into.
oh, I'm not even talking about the religion thing like Baphomet.
Baphomet, just sacrificing in general.
Yeah. My headcanon is still that's the reason why the god or the devil likes goats and sheep to be sacrificed is he just has a craving for shawarma.
Shawarma's good.
It is.
But yeah, I was not going to load that bullet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's so much there to pick apart.
Imagine it. Imagine that certain chapter of the Bible is just God ordering gyros.
Not the heroes.
What is gyros? It's kind of like tacos. Okay, so for the field ones, they're definitely going to be more... Okay, so if the mountain ones are more crafters as free time, our hedonistic field ones are definitely the musicians. They're the bards.
Fair. I will accept that. I don't really have any curveball there.
Yeah. Though I do also see...
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Do these thick thighs save lives or take lives?
Yes.
Because I imagine they probably have a stronger lower body from running around. Or would jumping be more beneficial for the lower half?
They would definitely have... they would definitely have well-developed calves, but... You know, now that I think about it, I can honestly imagine them having a below-average lifting capability, because goats aren't, from time to time, not really used as animals of burden, and I can't really imagine a goat just, yeah. Like, realistically speaking, I think I could defeat a satyr in a arm wrestling match.
Yeah, there was not really any fight in the strength category for these things.
Like a sumo match, I can lose because that is about pushing strength, and then their lower body gets involved.
Yeah. Upper body, nah, we good. Yeah, we good.
Okay, so both. Let's look at both field and mountain ones. Left alone, where do you think they would end up technologically and culturally?
That is a question.
And do you think there's gonna be a difference? Because honestly, I can, because satyrs also tend to be, well, decent at crafting, so I think they would actually get pretty up high.
Crafting does not equate to technology in a lot of cases, though. So.
Not a lot of cases.
Yeah, the same medium has been available to people for a long time. Like the most recent breakthrough in new media is digital art. That is the most recent. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Before that, what was it? Painting, writing, music playing.
I'm gonna say say photography.
Photography probably. Agree.
Okay. Because what I definitely can imagine is that the mountain ones specifically would go a little further, definitely past Wild West, potentially Industrial Revolution, because I can see them packing guns up the mountains. I feel like someone came in to talk to Blackout again. You back?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Do I have to repeat what I said?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. Like I said, I could definitely imagine mountain goats actually developing a little further than field goats, because the mountains do have a lot of minerals, a lot of ore. So I could definitely see them developing guns, even if it's just to shoot harpies.
Yeah, they probably had probably a better reason to develop than our plain versions.
And there's less resources up in the mountains, so they would have to develop better tools to survive.
trying to see what kind of culture would I probably equate this to. Greek culture?
I was gonna say like up. I can see them go up till, or at least close to Industrial Revolution.
I was just trying to think of like what would be a good culture that they would be able to, and Greek really comes to mind. I think.
Yeah. I would say that the field ones would definitely be more social and be more open, willing, and used to interacting with different species.
Yeah, I could see that. I would believe, the mountain goats probably have a more close-knit community against new species.
Like, yeah, but they do have like, while it would probably be easier to gain a field satyr's trust, I do think a mountain ones would be worth more. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Sorry, one moment.
Ah, sure. Sorry, just enjoying the background music.
Jesus Christ.
Someone is popular today.
I do the show every 2 weeks with you, and some always happens during the 2 week, but not the week when I don't do it. I don't know why.
They do not appreciate the safari of stupidity.
I just don't know what happens. It's the off weeks I'm left alone, but they want to do stuff when it's this week.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay, so we kind of talked about culture-wise. How technologically advanced do you think field satyrs would get on their own?
On their own? Would there really be a need to if they were on their own? Like, since they're probably more of a social, they probably would actually be more advanced, honestly, than our mountain goats. I would be honest, because they would be able to share technology with
I'm just saying,
monsters.
let's assume
But
that
on their
satyrs were the species that evolved on Earth instead of humans.
No, yeah, I get what you mean. I'm just.
Oh, I'm definitely
like...
saying, in our world, I definitely imagine, in a world where they intermingle, I definitely assume that the field ones are more advanced because they interact with more races. I'm just saying, on their own.
On their own? Shit. Like, would there be a need to go industrial is the thing? Like, there's
Honestly,
the need of technology, but there's, like, there's the need and then there's the want.
That is true, because I can honestly imagining they would really enjoy, like, the great Greek Empire era of technology. Like, those places were actually pretty developed. Like, they have good roads, they have good hygiene, so...
Yeah, like, and aqueducts and all that. It's like, yeah, I think that's really as far as they're going to go, honestly, by themselves.
Roman.
It's like,
This one.
do they need to go farther than that in most cases?
Yeah, on their own, I think they would be kind of stuck around the Great Roman Empire.
Yeah. I did like pitch Romans before. It's like, yeah.
Romans, Greek, kind of interchangeable. I know I'm going to piss off the actual historian buffs out there,
Tomato.
But we're not here to talk about history. We're talking about hot animal waifus now.
Yes.
Okay, so fantasy-wise, because we're both going to agree that the field ones are going to be bards.
Yeah.
Okay, mountain goats. What would their class be? Because I can see, like, monk.
I can see it, but I also see why not as well.
I'm willing
but
to.
No,
I'm actually. You know what? I'm actually willing to go with a kind of a curve with a class we probably wouldn't use a lot else. Artificer.
I hate that we have the same brain cell and you're using it right now.
It is my turn to use the brain cell this week. You hate that. You hate that you don't hate it.
Like, Artificer was there in the back of my mind. I was just trying to find a reason to justify it, is the thing. If you get what I mean.
They need to develop and make mountain more habitable.
Yeah, but that felt like too of a reason. Like, again, it was there. I was just trying to find a way to justify it.
Sometimes history is just the of a reason.
Fair.
Sometimes people just settle because I like the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely put Artificer up there. They would definitely have to find and make tools to survive in the mountains.
Yeah.
Carve out new settlements and such within the mountain keys as well, and all that. Just making it habitable.
Yeah, so it feels weird to use Artificer in these discussions, but this is probably
because it's not Artificer in its normal sense that's supposed to be, where they're making high-tech magical devices.
Yeah, but
Artificer for the sake of living.
Yeah.
Slice of life Artificer.
I watch that if that becomes a manga or an anime.
Technically, there is.
There are. I just thought of a couple. I just couldn't recognize the name. Golemeister.
That's an obvious one. But there's a few out there. But anyway, continuing on.
But
yeah.
Okay, but one class that would fit both of them, considering satyrs are nature spirit, druids.
That's the obvious magic casting class, and there's no fight for it.
Yeah.
It's obvious. It's right there.
It is also.
We were really talking about second place. Let's be honest here.
We were. Okay, so let's actually go to the waifu rating and the general rating.
Yep. Yeah, that's where we're going. So you want to move on to our next monster now, but okay. Let's see. Generalize. Being honest, 5.
Okay.
Kind of like middle of the road there. No hate, no love. Just there, existing.
Wait, was that the start or is that where it ended?
That's the start. Being honest, no hate, no love.
All right.
Just middle of the road. Being honest.
Okay. And has that changed over this debate?
I mean, the way we framed them, I think probably 6. If we're using our lore.
I can live with that. Waifu rating?
Waifu? 5. No hate, no love, no impression. Let's be honest here.
Okay.
And with our lore, it's a 6. They're a solid 6 here for me.
I'm glad to see there's improvement. In my case, for general, I was gonna start at like a 6 or 7. At the end of the debate, I'm definitely upping that to an 8, because I just realized there's honestly a lot of untapped potential with 2 separate casts.
Yeah, they're a pretty blank slate that we could mold how we want, is the thing.
Yeah. The only things that are established, they have hooves, they have horns, they are horny as fuck. And
yeah.
They don't like harpies.
Yep.
Oh.
And your waifu rating.
Okay, before that, can we do agree that since we said that the mountain satyrs would have more the sharp, straight horns, that the field ones would have more the girthy, bashing horns?
Sure. No fight.
Alright. And that, for waifu rating, I knew that this was kind of a niche thing, but this is just something I like. So waifu rating, I'm actually gonna put them an 8 at the start, because they are in my top 3.
Ah. Finding out your top 3 now, I see.
Yes. I'm gonna say, at the end, we haven't really discussed much that could swerve my interests back or forth, so the waifu rating stayed an 8.
Fair. So, Final scores tallied up. We got a straight 6 over here, and you got a straight 8 over there.
We got a nice passing mark.
Yay!
So, Blackout, before we move on to the one you're excited about,
Whoop whoop.
would you waifu a satyr?
Sure.
I'll take it.
Again, no love, no hate, no impression.
All right, in that case, let me just change the text a little bit.
Yeah. Is it,
Excuse me.
would you waifu a satyr?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Being your top 3 SCs.
Yeah.
What the heck is this wall of text in front of me?
It's the text of wall you sent me. Like the wall of text you sent me.
You could have edited it.
I could have.
You could have took out the whole first part if you wanted to.
You know what? Yeah, I could have.
Whatever.
To be fair, I only asked for the bit a couple minutes before we started, so that one is on me.
And let's look at this quote here from our guest that wasn't able to appear. Foxes are like me for real. They are constantly screaming for some reason. Fair.
Yeah.
All right, Foxgirls. One of the big 3 of our monster girls on our safari here.
Yep.
They really don't need an introduction if you're of any of the weeaboo variety, such as us.
There's a
But,
lot, yet it was surprisingly hard to find good or decent or real images, because most of them are from manga. And I like to have a little bit of color on this slideshow.
Yeah. If you know anyone who's really obsessed with Foxgirls, they are obsessed with Fox's girls. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of our close friends, well, there's Gold. Clutch. If you ever noticed him in Fox's.
Oh, I could have asked. I should have asked him if he wanted to talk about Foxgirls.
He hasn't been around for a while, so.
Yeah, that's why I didn't think of him.
I didn't think of him until a little bit here. But you get like if you like Foxgirls, yeah, people like them. It's like the color purple. They're the color purple of the Monster Girls.
That is a.
Do you get to come get it?
That could have been a quote on its own.
Yeah. They're the color purple of Monster Girls. But you get how like people who like purple are obsessed with purple.
Yeah, there are no people who are like, purple is okay.
Yeah.
You either love it or you don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like that's the same for Foxgirls. You love them or you hate them. There's not really a between state.
I mean, you can be indifferent to them. You can not like them. Like, there's the spectrum of on the negative, but there's only one aspect on the positive. You either love them or you just don't like them.
Yeah. All right. Biology. And yeah, we're gonna have some things here for that. Basic biology. Fur bottom. We got our ears. Variety of ears we can pick from. We got the small, slender, very big, bigger than head ears. All types of ears here. Any particulars you're in favor of here, or we want to keep a variety?
Okay, I am. If we're using like ratio, on a human head, they would be about the size of your forehead.
Let's go normal red fox to big ass fennec fox ears.
All right, in that case, a little. Let me just. I know what a fennec fox ratio is. A red, a red fox ratio is kind of what I'd like for a fox girl.
It's like the default, so yeah, sure. Nothing wrong with that. And I'll be honest, let's probably get the most important part of our fox girls, the tails.
I was about to ask, are we gonna look at more of a realistic speaking fox girls, like just hybrids like we've talked about with a couple things like cat girls, or are we gonna look more at the mythical kitsune variant?
That's the question I had to ask too. Like, where are we feeling these girls at? Because there's the standard normal fox of 1 tail to the 9 tails. I'm gonna be honest. I want to keep it kind of realistic for this, keeping it in 1 tail.
Okay.
That's what I'm feeling. Any fight over there for you?
I mean, I'm always a fan to keep things more scientifically explainable, but yeah, I'm honestly surprised that that this is one of the things that you're gonna agree with me on. That of all things.
Like, I don't hate the idea of 9 tails. I just can't see it, honestly, in daily life of a person.
Yeah.
Having 9 big bushy tails about half the size of your body behind you.
Yeah, imagine that's gonna be difficult to get dressed, to keep track of, to make sure you don't accidentally sit on your own tail.
Yeah. So this is one of the things I'm kind of like, just gonna let slide on my side here. I think we just stick to the 1.
Okay.
Keep it simple, then. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with giving the media, the pop culture, a little bit of the middle finger from time to time.
All right. It's when we get to the magic that shit's gonna be what.
Oh yeah.
All right, Foxgirls. But I'm trying to think. Any big differences we want to call out in the biology here? Because foxes being vulpine, I think they're closely related to dogs. Am I correct? Right?
Yes. Vulpine is closer to canines than felines, and definitely bovines. But they do have a couple of weird sensory skills that a normal dog lacks.
Yeah. There's a few of those. I mean, dogs are a little overhyped, though. I want to be honest here.
No, I'm just talking about senses that they have. Like, yes, we know we know dogs enhance smell, but I'm just saying foxes also have their own set of senses that a lot of people actually tend to forget about. For example, have you ever seen one of those videos where a fox is looking at the ground, then just jumps into the snow?
Jumps up and digs a burrow? Yes.
Yeah, they can actually sense the movement underneath the snow.
I mean, humans can do that too, I think.
Yeah, but not as much as a fox can.
Yeah, they're different.
So I do think that sense-wise, they would be pretty up there.
Fair. Again, dogs being overhyped. Cats have a better nose than dogs do, actually.
Well, they have a more sensitive nose. What dogs are good at is filtering sense, like focus on a specific thing.
Yeah. Plus, they're more trainable.
Everything is trainable with enough effort and treats.
So, I'm going to move back to the tail. How fluffy are we being?
Yes.
Extremely fluffy.
Yeah, it is definitely one of their main selling points, I would say.
Oh, big time.
And since we're kind of limiting the amount they have, we might well increase the amount of tail they have.
Less tails, more tail.
Exactly.
I guess this would chalk up to biology too. Lifespan. Because the common kitsune myth, for every 1,000 years a fox lives, they get another tail.
Was it 1,000? I thought it was 100.
I think it's whatever translation, but it's between 100 to 1,000. You get though.
Yeah, long as lifespan.
At least that for 1 tail.
Yeah, since we're going with the more biologically speaking, I don't think they would have a lifespan like that.
Yeah, I thought it'd be ridiculous too, but I still had to bring it up, though.
Yeah, because I was willing to entertain it if we were gonna go with more of the Kitsune base, but if we're going with more scientifically, I am not gonna give them that much of a lifespan.
Fair. I'm not really seeing a reason to really extend their lifespan past the normal beast folk life that we've given them beforehand.
Okay, so considering if I look at a human's average lifespan these days and ages, and at a fox's
76.
a fox's average lifespan is like 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, I'm trying to find any like reason to really extend it past our beast folk lifespan, though.
Yeah. Hey, so I've been kind of back and forth on the research, so some details may have been muddled.
Sure.
Is 3 to 4 years relatively long or short for an animal to live?
Relatively short, being honest with you.
Alright, in that case, I think
I mean, dogs themselves live like 14 to 15 most of the time, sometimes up to 20. Cats a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, but Foxes says
Foxes
3 to 4.
Yeah, they're relatively short.
So, realistically speaking, a Foxgirl's lifespan would be like around the 60s in this day and age, right?
Yeah.
Man, it feels sad to say that, but yeah. Of course, once we start talking about magic, then the crazy numbers start to pop up.
Oh, look, the window. Yoink.
You know, another thing that can be said about both foxes and gold. If you happen to say, look, a distraction, it will work.
Oh, shiny.
Oh, yeah.
I really...
Yeah, biologically speaking, I don't think we have to add a lot.
Yeah, it was really the tail factor here that came in play.
Well, let's talk about the other normal stuff, like average height, average build, because foxes...
Yep.
There's not a lot of fat foxes.
No, they're pretty agile. Again, like, they're like the mascot for dexterity in some cases.
Or intelligence, well, even though this... Okay, they are...
High as a fox, yes.
They are clever, but sometimes they're also just idiots.
Yeah, but that's a lot of things.
You know what? Considering we're talking about Foxgirls, there's one thing I do have to bring up. And I feel like that one of my characters is gonna die because of it. Because what does the fox say?
I would kill your character off, but I have that as a bullet point in one of my notes.
Say brain cell, motherfucker.
Again, they're there, but you're just saying them first. I have all of this. Like, I didn't do a lot of research. This is mainly based off my own stuff because I didn't expect a guest to be here for this.
Which is fair.
So I didn't. So, but I got about like half my normal note sizes here.
Yeah. That was actually kind of the case how it was in the beginning. I was thinking like, okay, this might be hill-worthy, and then it was just brought up alongside the discussion already, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, we've definitely grown from the beginning. I'll say that.
Barely, but yeah.
We got a formula.
We have a formula. We will not guarantee quality.
Brain cells cannot be refunded. Especially since we're using them.
Yeah.
We've used them all up. We're borrowing them now.
Okay.
And using those up. Average height. They're just average height. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I can see them being at least definitely bigger than satyrs, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because a lot of goats are bigger than foxes, but we are comparing goats in the stratum of hoofed animals, which then makes them short. While if we look at foxes for like animals, we just think, that's average.
Animals tend to be bigger than we usually think they are, is the thing.
Yeah. When is the last time
Like
you've seen a
wolves?
fucking camel? Those bitches are enormous.
That was about 6 years ago. I've seen a camel.
All right.
I mean, yeah, animals tend to be bigger than people think, and that's what throws them off.
Yeah, or smaller than they think.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, an elephant isn't that big. Like, they're still big, but not as big as you would think when you hear the word elephant.
Wolves are bigger than you think.
Rhinos are bigger than you think.
Let's see. Anything? Let's see. Average height. What else?
Habitats.
Again, that's a culture thing. I was thinking more biology though.
I mean, if we're talking about Arctic foxes, then they would have... You know what? General fur color. Definitely more in the reddish ginger thing, right?
Well, you also got black and silver foxes. Oh, and white foxes.
That is
And gold.
Yeah, mostly in Japan, but those are also to indicate what their power set is. Like, the gold ones are more the divine ones, the white ones are more the servants, the black ones are more the pranksters. Or is it the gold one that are the pranksters, now that I think about it?
There's actually yellow foxes out there.
I know. I was just trying to
Really
think.
a mixture.
I was just trying to think in what's in the stories which color tends to be what, because there is actually a differentiate between that.
Yeah. I'm saying they come in all. This is going to be one of the few, I believe, have a wide variety of hair color. We don't really get into fur color that much, do we?
From time to time we do. Like, cows are gonna be limited. Goats, I can see have a variety. Like, there's white ones, there's gray ones, there's brown ones. Not as much as
White, gray, black, and then brown, and kind of in between that. Let's be honest, for goats.
I'm gonna say cats are definitely gonna be a very high variety when it comes to hair color and such.
Sure.
I'm
I'm trying to think if there's really any others that would come to like hair color.
I mean, not hair color, but I'm gonna say Harvey.
Yeah. But feathers. Anyway. Again, getting off topic. It's like, I don't know why I can't focus right now. What the fuck?
Alright, so since you are definitely more hyped about this one.
Yep.
You can kind of take the lead here.
Do we just want to move the culture here? Let's be honest here. I think that's where the meat and bones of this section is going to be at.
Acceptable.
Like, unless you have anything else you want to stop at. But let's just be honest, we'll probably circle back.
Yeah, biologically, I don't think there's anything really worth mentioning at this point.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Something we actually forgot both with satyrs and here, so might as well do it now. What about their hands? Because, realistically speaking, considering they are a hoofed animal, I can imagine the satyrs having like one less finger instead of 5 they had 4.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm fine just keeping a full 5-finger hand.
I'm fine with it, but I'm saying it would make sense. It was kind of a...
It's a stretch, I'm being honest.
Yeah,
with
they're definitely more dexterous than minotaurs. So
yeah.
How dexterous would you say a fox girl is?
Very.
Fair. More or less than a cat girl?
Oof. A little less, if I'm being honest.
Okay, acceptable, acceptable.
But still, they're both very up there in terms of dexterity here. Is the thing.
Well, like I said, acceptable.
Yeah. You got Cat's Grace, but you got Fox's Cunning.
Yeah.
Those are the D&D spells, but anyway. Both part of enhanced ability. Culture-wise. Right, where the fuck are we putting these things?
I'll be honest with you. While
Yeah.
we do look at animals where they normally would be, like because of the wild hunt and the fox hunts, I can see Britain again. But honestly, I also do like kitsune, so I kind of hope we can put them in Japan.
I don't think we actually do have a Japanese monster, so I'm fine with that. It's like the obvious choice for a fox girl. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Like, no shame in it. It's just obvious here.
Oh, definitely.
It's like I don't really think of anywhere else we could really put them again besides Europe.
I mean, they kind of. It is one
But
of
that's
the
for
things
the wrong reasons. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. I'll be. To be fair, Japan did steal this bit about foxes and also a lot of other stuff about it in their mythology from China. So definitely Eastern Asia.
Fair. I don't really think we got a lot of Asian stuff.
Honestly, we do have a couple of things, but we keep forgetting about them.
Yeah, screw it. Japan it is.
Yeah.
No reason to make this harder on ourselves.
Yeah.
Fun podcast.
If we have time, we can give them a vacation and give them a tropical variant.
Or if we have another epiphany.
Irish.
Because that changes everything.
Yeah. I don't think both of us are in the mood to say like fox girls are leprechauns because of their red hair.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, so I'm totally okay with making them to just fully dive in and give in to the kitsune myths when it comes to like culture and design.
It's time to go full weeb.
Ohio gozaimasu.
All right. Japan. Shit. It's gonna get weird, isn't it? That we put in there.
What? Now's the question. Will it be weird because it's us speaking, or will it be weird because Japan?
Yes, and
Fair! Alright, so...
so since we're bringing in Japan, we're gonna have samurai wolf girls. And ninja wolf girls.
I thought we were talking about foxes.
Yeah, fox girls. Shit, why did I put that there? Why did I remember? You get what I mean, though. Samurai fox girls, samurai ninja girls.
Yeah, okay.
Samurai ninja fox girls. Whatever. That range, all that.
Okay, I will definitely say they would be more on the ninja side of history.
Well, they were all the same.
Yes and no. A lot of ninjas just started out as normal villagers. Not a lot were...
Yeah, farmers. Yeah.
Yeah, farmers.
The samurai were the noblemen.
Yeah, so... If anything, they would definitely be more on the ninja side. They wouldn't really care about, like, the honor of the Bushido.
Honor? That's funny. The obvious job of the courtesan.
There's also the Onoji.
Yep.
Honestly, I feel like we're both just...
We're just stating obvious shit.
Yeah, we're just... like, I see they have a lot of potential, but I think both of us are just gonna refuse to put them anywhere except, like, the Heian period in Japan. Like, mostly because of our bias.
Let's be honest, we don't need a hill for this. Because we've been standing on one this whole fucking time.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna try and.
Most of the,
Oh, sorry.
like most of the stuff we know about Foxgirls is pretty set in stone. It's like, and there's not much reason to change it. And it's like I'm trying to come up with stuff that would be new and fun to talk about, but it's like I feel like I'm just regurgitating information that everybody already knows. If you get what I'm saying.
I mean, I've learned it's best to sometimes assume people don't know anything.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but I just can't get over this feeling. I'm just
it does feel like
being
a feeling
redundant.
like we're just already speaking to the choir, preaching to the choir. Like,
yeah,
I kind of want to challenge myself to make things a little less on the nose. Oh shit! I don't have a nose. Ah! Sorry, couldn't resist. Yeah, it just
it's just a feeling of redundancy is the thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get over, and I'm having a hard time. I'm challenging myself too, trying to find something like new or niche we could throw in here. It's like unless we just take away Japan, I feel like we won't get anywhere new. I'm being honest here.
No, I
feel like we fell into a trap.
I'm trying to get rid of like just the old Japanese history that we all fantasize about. Okay, I think. Okay, so there is actually a fox that I think of would be a good example. What was that show called? Have you known about the anime Kimono Jinken, where the main character is like a ghoul, one is a Yuki?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that is a
Con.
I was actually talking about Ibari, her boss.
Oh, her boss, yes. Or ex-boss, however we want to frame that now.
Depends how far you are in the anime.
Yep.
But yeah, that bitch. Okay, so foxes are... In all stories, they are integrated in human society. They are tricksters, con men, and politicians. So honestly, if we are able to break our bias towards let's just fucking put them in old Japan, they would honestly do great in modern society.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to challenge myself, and I want to step out of Japan and throw them somewhere else in the world.
Okay. Buying them a plane ticket.
I'm going to say Mongolia.
Okay.
You want to dive with me into this? Because I don't have a full thing, but exploring.
I am willing to let you cook. I'm not
cook
sure
with me?
why you picked Mongolia as your first guess.
I'm just I'm just trying to think of like past cultures, and I just somehow come to the conclusion of Attila the Hun and Mongolian horseback archery for some reason. I don't have a solidified reason, but I'm willing to cook if you want to come cook with me.
I'm willing to...
If not, I will drop it right now, and we'll stay in Japan.
I am willing to watch you in the kitchen.
You don't want to join?
No, because when you said I'm going to challenge myself, I actually came up with something different that...
What do you got, then? Because I don't have much. I'm going to be honest with you here. That's why I'm asking for assistance in this cooking.
Alright, in that case, because I don't really know that much about Mongolia. I know
Neither do I.
I know about their achievements.
That's why I'm challenging myself.
So,
yeah.
I actually have something that, the more I think about it, it's starting to make sense. It isn't on the level of British Catgirls, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm planning on making them, since we also mentioned the relationship between satyrs and harpies this stream, I thought, like, which species would they either clash with, get along with, or take the same area with? Then something popped in my mind about a old enemy of the British Empire.
Yeah.
Vikings.
Vikings?
Vikings. So what I can imagine is Fox.
I am actually willing to let you cook this. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's a lot of myths where foxes try to just steal what others have. I'm gonna use the myth of the Tanuki guy and his hatred for foxes as an example. In Norse mythology, there's also Loki, the trickster god.
That brain's so activated too when you said it, Vikings.
Yeah. 2. Vikings are often depicted to have a variety of hairstyles, amongst which a big chunk is honestly red hairs and gold blonde hairs. 2. Because Vikings being... Instead of Vikings doing it for Valhalla and Odin and Thor, imagine trickster-based Vikings that would do like guerrilla attacks. And then I thought like, okay, around that time they would definitely clash with the cat girls, which would also be literally just cat and dogs. I know we're gonna put wolves in Scotland, but come on, Viking foxes. 2, they spread pretty far and influenced a lot of cultures, which would also kind of link back to a fox's cunning. Like, hell, America was the first Europeans that made it to America were Vikings.
Yeah, yeah.
So since that's also one of the places where tricksters were associated with foxes, it would make sense that if fox Vikings, affiliated to Loki, would roam around, they would spread that information or that image around the world. That it would explain why certain people would not consider foxes to be a good thing because of the imprint the Vikings would have left in them.
No, fuck Japan. Let's go fucking Norwegian foxes.
For Valhalla!
Fuck it. Let's have fun, shall we?
I want to know, this is actually kind of a little no fact that I was also going to throw in. Since foxes are definitely more on the lighter build, a Mandela effect is people used to think that Vikings were like massive berserkers. No, they were actually a below average size.
They were normal people.
They were normal people or even below average. Like, they were a lot shorter than people think. Yeah. Which...
They went raiding in seasons, is the thing. It's like it was like harvest season, they had raiding season. Is the thing.
Oh, Gunther, I'm going to the shopping mall. Where are you going? I'm going to raid England. Bring me some cabbage.
Oh, I just thought of something. A whole new definition of foxfire because of the Viking pyre funerals.
Yes!
Click, click. It's clicking.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm going to look up foxes in Norse mythology real quick. Google Sensei.
I believe Loki had some foxes, didn't he?
I know Odin had 2 wolves. There's a lot of wolves.
2 ravens.
There's Filja. Person of the future, they can be no. 1 second.
Freya, yeah, made a fox fur, able to adapt to changing circumstances. Yeah.
Norse mythology, the ability to adapt and changing circumstances. Like, we can still use Kitsune mythology, but...
Yeah.
It's a lesser variant, but I'm happy that we kinda had a cowboy vampire moment with foxes.
Yeah! Yeah.
Like, the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Like...
let's explore, my man. We're on the safari.
Yeah. Oh, wait! If we're just totally fucking things around... you know how Japan had like a closed country policy for centuries, but there were certain countries they would have traded more with, one of them being the Netherlands. Netherlands is actually a country that is massively influenced by Norwegian influx.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that that certain aspects from our Viking foxes would cross over to our Japanese foxes. Like paper talismans would definitely be based off the runes that the Viking foxes would worship and potentially use to empower them.
Paper talismans become runes. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all coming together, isn't it?
Yeah. And if we make them focus on like guerrilla warfare, like I said, that would fit the trickster motif a bit more than just plunder and goblinists. Goblinize.
Kind of wish I could have done more research about foxes in Norse mythology now, so I'd have more to work with.
Yeah, but this was what. Okay. So. I do like the concept. The more I think about it, the more I just like it. Just imagine a fox girl just with a Viking helmet.
Which didn't have horns.
Exactly. I mean, they were like adornments, like metal spikes, but not like the horns.
Huh. I found this Wikipedia page.
Ooh.
Firefox in mythology. Firefox, a mythical creature in the folklore of northern and eastern Finland.
Elaborate.
I just found the Wikipedia page, okay?
Tell me a story.
Let's see. To like to Larfu, to like ko. That's the names. Is a fox with tails twinkle spire. According to folklore, the firefox lives far away in hideouts in the wood of the north, and very few have said to be seen. Firefox is black during the days, but twinkles fire during the night. When firefox skin is brushed in the right manner, it glitters a strange light, according to stories. The leather of a firefox has been in illuminate powder storage at nights instead of dangerous open fires. The leather of a firefox is considered immensely valuable. Hunters dream of a firefox since it's said that catching it would make the hunter rich for the rest of his life. The pursuit of a fox girl. Yeah, so the firefox is the actual mythological animal, the firefox.
And not just not just the internet browser.
Yeah, well, I think that's where to get it. Because yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's neat. I forgot about that because it's actually a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Firefox. Foxfire? I think it's Foxfire, but yeah.
Yeah, Foxfire is the Japanese term. Firefox is the apparently North Finnish creature.
Yeah. Well, creature that has like fire. So, which is very close to where our Vikings are.
Okay, so
It's weird it made sense, but it did.
yeah, so what also makes sense is because Vikings were honestly a very, besides plunder and pillage, they were also a very explorative very explorative group. So it would make sense that they would even make it to Asia. So our kitsunes could be just descendants of Vikings.
Yeah, fair. And again, you brought up Arctic foxes earlier, so they don't mind the cold temperament.
Exactly. Like for sure, as a joke, I was thinking like fox leprechauns, but no, Viking foxes. That is actually pretty cool.
It's weird, at the ballpark, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not the worst we come up with.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the worst is still the golems.
Yeah, like I love the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot to work with there. Worst case scenario, we make like a user instruction manual. When stuck in orifice B, use this type of oil. Okay, so
Valkyries is a big thing in Viking mythology.
Ooh.
Valkyries, which are the warriors. They actually treat them.
Oh, wait. So, okay, something just kind of popped in my head that kind of goes... that kind of mixes a couple of cultures, but in my head, it is actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how in Native Americans, you get like the amounts of feathers you receive actually indicates like your rank and such.
Something like that, yeah.
But Vikings also had like a tattoo culture with like grafting like runes in their skin to according to
for luck and charms and everything, yeah.
From luck, charms, yada yada yada. And we also mentioned like how foxes in Japanese mythology gain more tails the more.
Yeah. So instead of more tails, they get more tattoos.
Yeah, just imagine a Viking culture where the more tattoos you have on your back, the higher rank you are. Or the more the more achievements you've gotten.
I do like me an inked up female, I will say that.
So what about it? Instead of like actual tales like with age, tales based on achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and if
for a major achievement in your rating season, you definitely would get like a tail.
Yeah, like and if you were to be, let's say, find out that one of the tales they didn't deserve, they would be like shunned. Because honestly, there's some and this is just aesthetic-wise. I can see the tail being like a string of runes to kind of indicate like a stream or something because seafaring and such.
That
and this is just aesthetically
that's
a Yakuza style tattoo. I know culturally tattoos in Japan are
shunned.
Yeah. But we're talking about Vikings here.
Yeah,
yeah, so what do you think? Or would it be more like an actual decorative? They
could do both. They could do both in both senses. Is the thing.
Oh wait,
and I can see it right. But I had an idea if you let me cook it a little.
Can I finish my thoughts real quick?
Sure.
A tail tattoo based on your achievement.
Mine's kind of based off that too. Is the thing.
We had a lot of same brain cell moments this stream.
Yeah, but can you help it?
We had no one to balance out.
So, kind of tying into the 9 tails thing.
Ooh.
Every Viking's trying to get their 9 tails. For every achievement, you get 1 tail, and you're trying to get 9 to fulfill your 9 tails.
So, when you say
and each tail is a story of your accomplishment, is the kind of thing. Like the 8th tail of this so and so.
Okay, so are you saying that each tail is linked to a specific type of achievement, like
something like that? Like it's some kind of trial-based thing they could do.
Okay, so it wouldn't just be. One second, let me just try to formulate my words here.
Vikings had different clans, so they can interpret it however they wanted. Is the thing too. So there's plenty of interpretations we can do with the 9-tail variations or the different tails.
What I like, okay, what I would like is that different tails would have like a different type of achievement they need to get, and the more elaborate that specific tail is, the better they are in that. So let's say they have a tail of conquest that is, depending on how much they provide during raids or invasions or stuff like that. While a other tail would be like the tail of knowledge, like how educated they are.
Tail of knowledge, tail of victory, tail of protection, something like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm actually totally on board on that. Like 9 different, 8 tattoo tails because they still have the actual tail. Like 8 tails, which would indicate like 8 virtues they would value in their culture. Like they would definitely have a tail of trickery.
Yes,
I am
Eight
totally on
virtues.
board with this idea.
The 8 Viking virtues. And you know how gory Viking punishments are
Yeah,
in general? I think like the Blood Eagles was one of them.
the Blood Eagle.
Yeah. So, yeah, if a criminal, we'll say, deserves one of these gory punishments, they lose all their tails, including the one attached to their body.
Yeah, kind of how I mentioned, like if one of the one thing that no matter how cunning or tricky a fox is, there's one law they are never allowed to break: have a false achievement on your tail.
Yeah. If you have one false achievement, you lose all your tails, including your original.
Okay, I'm gonna say if it's like a false tail, just painful tattoo removal. Like, I wouldn't say removing the actual tail for that.
No. I'm saying if that's like their like, that's probably would be like a holy rule within.
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
fox
say
culture.
if you find like a fox girl without their tail, she really fucked up.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's like for the worst of criminals.
Yeah, those are like
breaking-
exiled.
Yeah. I really like the idea.
Yeah, I hate it. I don't hate it.
Tails. I just like it.
Yeah. I'm, by the way, fully taking credit for this one.
Didn't Vikings have something against the giants in their mythos?
A lot of mythos hates giants. Like Christianity
the
had the
frost
Nephilim,
The
Greek
frost
had
giants in general.
the Titans, and it was mostly like people from. One second. I used to know all the realms. 1 second.
Instead of Beowulf, it's Beowfox.
Damn. Okay. Okay. I hate that I actually forgot all the realms. Okay, there's Alfheim, there's Jotunheim, there is Midgard,
Midgard.
which is us.
Uh-huh. There's plenty. There's a
What's the
few
god?
ones.
What's where the gods are again?
Asgard.
Asgard.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm annoyed at myself that I forgot that because I used to love that mythology. Fuck, I spent so.
I think everyone enjoys Norse mythology.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find someone who doesn't like Norse mythology because it's so cool in their stories and dictations.
Wait.
Mhm.
9 realms. One tail.
Nine realms with
Yeah.
9 tails.
The actual tail represents Midgard, the realm they're currently in.
Yes.
Ah, okay, yeah.
You must earn your spiritual tails.
I am loving this concept more and more.
And they never get their final tail till they die, where they tattoo it as a ritual.
I mean,
As Ascension to Valhalla, they get their final tail
yeah.
if they come back. You have earned your 9 tails, brother. I'll see you in Valhalla.
Yeah, that would be actually kind of cool as a like just like a part of the funeral ceremony. That the Valhalla tale, or well, the Valheim tale, depending, since it is trickery and such.
Yeah.
Depending on which realm they associate with dead, to have that one tattooed as part of the ceremony. Oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's actually something else that kind of popped in my mind, based on the fantasy classes.
We going to move to D&D? Okay.
Just a little bit of the story from, and this was before
Sure, go ahead.
before I suggested the tail tattoos.
Sure.
So, since I mentioned the Japanese being descendants of, well, the Viking foxes, what I was imagining,
Yeah.
they would start off as fighters, potentially. Drawing a blank.
Fighters can be dex-based.
Oh yeah, definitely fighters, being dex based, but like potentially arcane archers. I'm just looking what that one subclass is called because I forgot.
Man, there's literally a class called Arcane Trickster.
Which is a rogue class.
Rogue. Yeah.
But like what I was gonna say, they would start off as fighters with Eldritch Knight and such as subclasses, move to Japan, and then kinda, while still keeping the sub spellcasting class, would become more arcane tricksters. But as they become more involved in politics, they would become illusion wizards.
Fair. Whatever that.
Like, this is the first species where instead of just giving it one class, this is actually just like a class progression based on what time you find them in.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which also just gives
just being a natural rogue is a thing though, so I don't know where they would start off as fighters, but yeah.
plunder.
I mean, that's something they would have to learn to do.
Yeah.
Which is fighter class. You just basic fighting.
Yeah, so that's why I went with fighter instead of just barbarian for Vikings.
Mm-hmm. But there are exceptions to exceptions and everything, though. So of course.
Okay, so culture-wise, let's say Foxgirls and Foxes were the most predominant. You know where I'm going for, where they would end up. I honestly think that because they're foxes and trying to outsmart others, I definitely think that, left alone, they could definitely reach our technology and potentially a little bit above that.
I can see that. North mythology still exists. Northern mythology culture still exists even to today and all that.
Exactly.
So definitely lasts till today's culture.
Yeah. Of course, the tales would have less importance in this day and age, but that is still, in certain cultures, an important part of life. So it would be less prevalent as it was in like the Jarl Ergenson days or Roderick the Red. But like I said, I could definitely see them reach modern quality.
Yeah. God dang, we're almost out of time for today already.
Oh god, I just realized something stupid.
And that's normal here. What is it?
Because foxes are definitely prone to trickery and illusion magic. I just know something that because I saw like a parody parody D&D subclass that I think would fit them perfectly in the
What?
Bard, College of the VTuber.
God.
They are just natural VTubers. God damn it!
Fuck that come.
Because I was thinking of the story of Kuzunoa, who is a shapeshifted fox, pretending to be a beautiful woman, tricked the entire court of old Japan.
I get you now. I get you.
So yeah, in modern day and age, they would be VTubers.
Which originated in Japan.
Tale of the Twitch subscription.
Okay.
Sorry, we went to something awesome like Viking foxes to me ruining it again by making them VTubers.
No, I think we surprised ourselves there, coming all the way just from the obvious Japan to Viking Foxgirls. So, but I think it's time to give our rating. Kappa, what is thy general and thy waifu rating?
Okay, general rating. I'm actually gonna give them a decent number because, like I said, I do love the Kitsune vibe. I'm gonna give it, to start with, I'm gonna give it an 8, but because of because of the Vikings, I'm actually gonna up it to a 9.5.
Nice.
Like general interest, yeah, I would be definitely invested in learning about Fox history if they were actually Vikings.
They would add a whole new section. Now we gotta go right lord for our Terra White this world.
Oh yeah. I mean, they do fit in, like. Oh wait, magic. I'm also gonna say, kind of circling back a little bit. They are definitely in the top. I'm gonna say gonna be the top 5 of magically adept races.
Oh yeah, it's been hardwired into D&D at this point. Let's be honest.
Specializing in illusion magic, no doubt.
Of course. All right. I would say for my general rating, solid 9 before this is the thing.
Fair.
Because it's been a template for so long. Kitsune's been a template for so long that once you learn it, nothing has really changed.
Which is weird. It's the ones that we have a lot of interest about that we don't really are able to talk about a lot.
Yeah, because it's been a template, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's been the same. But now that we threw Vikings in there, we have a lot more to talk about now.
Exactly.
Which is great. But after this, now we have a new world. Bump it to a 9.5 there right now.
Nice.
That's just general, because we had to make it and it's not official, so 9.5 for general.
Yeah.
If there was really more, I'm gonna be honest, more than what's already out there,
yeah,
I would definitely have put this to a 10.
If we weren't so stuck on we have to get them out of Japan. We have to get them out of this time period.
Yes. Waifu rating? It's a 10, my man. It's just a 10. There's no up or down. Hell, it might jump to a 10.5 if the scale allowed it with these new lore drop we have to make now.
I mean, America uses inches.
New lore.
America uses inches. You don't work on a scale of 1 to 10 anymore. My waifu rating actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna starting out. I was gonna give them like a 7 because I kind of leaning towards a 6 because I kind of thought they were overrated for waifus.
Fair.
But considering the culture that we just came up with, like, I do love that thing of achievement-based tattoos.
Yeah, for sure. That is a major plus.
I'm gonna up it to a high 8.
Nice.
So
it's just been such a staple for so long that's like we were kind of like stuck in our ways at the beginning is the thing.
Yeah. Okay, so actual question, since we definitely cannot do this for satyrs because that is kind of a niche thing.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite Fox girl?
Fuck. Yes, it. Favorite Fox girl. Do I go with the funny answer or an actual answer?
I have 2, so you can do. You also can do it.
My funny answer is, like every anime list, somehow Holo from Spice and Wolf. That every anime list has fucking said so far. I've found she is not a fox.
The show is called Spice and Wolf. God damn it!
Oh, that was the funny answer. And if I had to go to a realistic answer, it would have to be. I shared it earlier. Chizuru from Kanokan. She was one of the first ever Fox girls I generally have seen in any media. years ago. But yeah, classic, honestly. Like, main character Foxgirl is the thing. Not no side character. She was a main character.
Oh, nice.
Because she was the main girl, love interest of the main character. So, what are your answers?
Okay. Which one do you want first? The serious answer or the non-serious?
Whatever you want to go.
Okay. Serious answer. I'm gonna go for Selkie from Fire Emblem Fates because, one, I respect the unit because, damn, she got me out of a lot of tough encounters. Two, I like her personality and design.
Fair.
Three, it's just the out of all the introductions of characters, that's one of the most memorable for me, at least in that game. And lastly, I do appreciate I do like me some shapeshifter characters.
Fair. So what's your non-serious one?
I'm torn between Mangle from Five Nights at Freddy's. Because I have sometimes depressive moods and I'm like, yeah, I deserve this. And... you know, yeah, I'm gonna keep that as my non-serious answer.
If you're going Five Nights at Freddy, I thought you would go for the pirate fox.
Hey, you said it yourself. Uchu Husbando doesn't roll off the tongue that well. Because if that was allowed, I definitely would have picked him. Because I do like the pirate aesthetic. I'm starting to realize.
I love the pirate aesthetic. Just yeah.
Yeah, because recently, can you guess what one of my favorite Pokemons is becoming?
What?
Delmice.
I guess I can see that. But I just love the pirates.
Yeah, like, it is pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe for another Monster Girl, though. Because that's all for this week, folks.
Okay, so before we head off into Oblivion, I have the question. What are they going to talk about next time?
Well, we have our obvious answer of our last of our big three here, Wolf Girls.
Ah.
Or Dog Girls, however we want to phrase it, but we'll see when we get that. We'll burn that bridge when we cross to it.
Alright.
What is our minor character to talk about, though? That is the question. Anything itching around there that you might want to poke at?
Let's see, what would be a fun... We haven't dealt with insect girls yet, right?
I believe that's a whole different species of beast girl.
Yes'ns, but I think we could take a little dip in Arachnes if we can't think of anything else.
There's gotta be another monster out there because I really feel like that's their whole species, like insect or centaur. You get what I mean, though.
That is true.
I have an idea, but I don't know if there would really be anything for it. Bears.
It's gonna be difficult, but we can try.
I'm not sure if we would actually want to try because I know it's going to be difficult because I can't recall really any from the top of my head.
Babushka.
But that's just the first animal that really popped into my head was bear.
Ooh, Tanukis.
Raccoon dogs?
Yeah. We had foxes today. Might as well go to something that is gonna be Japanese.
I mean, they're very close. They are raccoon dogs, so which go with our dog/wolf girl. So yeah, sure, let's fucking do it. Why not?
All right. So in 2 weeks, we're gonna be talking about wolves and tanukis.
Oh, hi, Cortez.
What's up? Wait, small question. Since we already did werewolves, wouldn't it just be kind of a repeat?
Yesent.
Fair. My neighbor Totoro. Neighbor Totoro 4th edition. Cortez. Do I have to remind you what type of characters are in there? Anyways, before I elaborate on that one, who shall we raid? There's someone I know.
Lava's still streaming. Lava's still streaming.
Oh, could you ask me how long he's planning on streaming? Because I don't want to raid it when he's about to end.
Sure.
Other than that, there's a guy I know who's playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
See if he even responds, because Lava in this chat is a difficult relationship.
Yesence. If it's sometimes.
Oh, he's ending soon. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, good that I checked. In that case, we're gonna be raiding the blue-haired cyborg. 1 second. He has a long ass name, so I'm gonna make sure I type it correctly. Curse you, unnecessary capital letters! And yeah, to everyone who's still in chat, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for dropping by. Would you waifu any of the things we talked about?
Yes.
Bye-bye. You know what, I'm gonna still say yes and yes.
There really hasn't been a no.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I just noticed I mistyped before I typed enter, so one second, let me just fix that real quick.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was just
Come on! Embrace your inner fox spirit and go raiding!
Ooga chaka. You know, let's just say Viking foxes when we come in capital letters. Let's go!
Viking fox raid!
Oh, that was fun.